Sierra Belinsky found her calling.
I belong on the field, I belong on the mound, I belong in the dugout with my team.
Woo. The road to this spot, starting pitcher for the South Carolina Beaufort Sand Sharks, was full of obstacles, even more than a typical athlete may face.
She's been through some things that most people don't go through in a lifetime, and she's 21 years old.
The South Florida native thought she found her new home at Georgian Court University in New Jersey. Then, in the fall of 2017, her dad died unexpectedly. Softball took a back seat.
I ended up taking that next semester completely off because I couldn't deal with all the emotional part of that.
The plan was always to work her way back onto the field. It's what her #1 fan, the man who introduced her to this sport, would have wanted. Then she tore her ACL.
And there are some times, I will be honest, that I think about, maybe I should just hang them up. Maybe I should just be done. But I love it way too much, and the connection with my dad is way too strong to just give that up.
But she couldn't do it at GCU. Every time she stepped on campus, she was reminded of the devastating news she received in 2017.
She needed a home, she needed a fresh start, a second chance.
That's where USCB came in. Belinsky enrolled fall 2020. Her first game in a Sand Sharks uniform, she combined for a no-hitter.
Absolutely unreal. It had taken so long, my journey had been so long, and it was right in front of me, and it was so humbling and amazing to have a home and a place to do that at.
With all that joy comes the sad realization the one person she wants in the stands most can't be there.
I struggle with that a lot. I just want to call my dad and tell him that I knew he would be watching. I knew he'd probably honestly be here. It's only 6 hours.
She always talks about, I just wish my dad could be here, I wish he could see it. And, I truly believe, and she truly believes, that he is seeing it, and he is here.
Every time she looks to her wrists for a pitch sign, she'll see the tattoo with her dad's number on the left, and on the right, the last letter he wrote her in his handwriting, telling her you can do anything. Sierra's team, who's become more like family, preaches the same message.
If she can get through the things that she's been through, she can get through anything on the softball field. And so it just speaks to her resiliency, her strength, and just who she is as a person.
To play our best.
It's game day.
We give you all the glory and honor.
For Calvary Day.
Hey, have fun. Go get him.
Time to hit the road.
Here we go.
For an away game up in Macon.
We coming for y'all, Stratford. Be ready. Let's go.
There's a spot in the Final Four on the line. As if they needed any more motivation.
Going up against Calvary Day.
They put on a basketball podcast, which predicts they'll lose.
And we know that what we can do, so it doesn't really matter what anybody has to say.
Don't get the wrong idea. It's not just X's and O's on the team bus. These girls know how to have fun.
The bus is always high, and I love it to fly when it needs the sun and the rain.
Not to be outdone.
I drop beats, I mix, I produce.
Nevaeh Hamilton steps up to the mic.
Okay. You see how the crowd feeling me?
Never a dull moment in the back rows.
I'm used to it.
Tinley Smeltzer has learned to tune them out, especially when she's got deadlines at school.
We just know we'll be home late tonight. We might as well get it done.
From the bookworms.
It's student before athlete.
To the girls with tired eyes. Each Cav has a different bus routine. Together, they are family.
It's kind of hard for me to open up, but with them around, they're always laughing, they're always joking, so it always becomes easier over time.
It's 2 hours before tip, and they've made a stop.
I get in game mode after I get off the bus.
Time for the shoot-around.
Give me the 5 that started out the last game.
Still relaxed. Still loose. Just getting a feel for the ball. Dropping through the bottom of the net.
We go 100% every single time.
Good. Finish it.
We don't take any days off.
An hour has passed. Time to head over to the main gym.
Defense!
1, 2, 3.
After another shoot-around, it's back to the locker room.
That's what we came up here for.
A pregame pep talk.
Don't leave anything out there.
Followed by a prayer.
Lady Cows on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lady Cows!
6 hours after they first left Savannah. It's game time. Stratford Academy stands between Calvary Day and a ticket to the Final Four. The Cavs come out sluggish. Calvary Day heads into the halftime locker room, down 7.
Offensively, we got to execute.
Halftime adjustments will be crucial.
Rebound, and play hard defense.
If the Cavs hope to keep their season alive.
Come back and win the game. That's what we do now, ladies.
Message received. Freshman Michaela Primo would lead a ferocious comeback. And the Cavs jump ahead. With 10 seconds left, they need to make a stop on defense to seal the win. Calvary Day, Final Four bound. Charity Carter, a senior leader, has never been.
Can't stop being emotional. I mean, it's just a lot. My senior year, I love these girls.
Great job, ladies.
Just seeing her cry, was just like, like realization, like, man, this is what we actually want. We won this.
Smiles and hugs all around. It's all setting in.
To be in the Final Four right now with your teammates, something that,
A perfect ending to a long but successful trip. In a place where the entertainment is half baseball, half circus, one man still manages to stand out.
And let's make some noise for our dancing first base coach, Maceo!
The high-flying Maceo Harrison seems to be the perfect replacement for beloved Bananas first base coach Darius Johnson.
It was intimidating, but at the same time, I love it. I love the challenge. I love the challenge of me coming in as a new face and basically having my own legacy.
Spend 5 minutes with the guy, and you'll notice, like the Energizer Bunny, he doesn't stop. Whether it's on the field, in the dugout, or waiting on our interview to start. His passion for dancing started at a young age.
Every time I'm in the store, my mom was like, Maceo, why can't you just stay still? I like dancing, Mom. I don't know. I just dance all through the mall, everything.
Harrison performed on America's Got Talent, and So You Think You Can Dance. Stage fright was never in the cards.
When I hear music and it's got that bass or that beat that I like, I just can't help but to move to it.
His infectious personality, like a lyric you just can't stop singing, has rubbed off on the team.
Especially the number one person that gets me going every time is number 35. He is so tall, but he is so talented. He got like the passion of dance in him. Look, he's dancing over there right now.
Alex Deegan towers over most everyone and somehow gets that 6'8" frame to bust out some moves with Coach Harrison.
You play baseball, but it's so much more than that. You get to come out here and you get to dance, the sweethearts of the game, you get to give roses to the fans. And so it just excites me so much to make baseball just so much more fun than it is.
That's what fills my heart every time. That's the passion behind it. That's what I want to bring to the players and bring to any other students that I teach.
Together, Harrison, Deegan, and the rest of the Bananas have danced their way into fans' hearts.
So as soon as I see their faces and everything like that, that lights me up. That fuels me even more to entertain the crowd and just get it going.
Dance has taken Harrison across the country. This stop a little different than most.
I never thought I would see myself in a baseball jersey.
But when it comes down to it, as long as music is playing, he's at home.
But when it's to this box here, that's all me. That's when it's time for me to shine. It's my time to shine. I know it. I know everybody's eyes are on me.
It's times like these when you need a break, an escape from the bad news of the present. So step in to reminisce.
There's no one that doesn't like Mickey Mantle.
Jerry Glenn is your guide.
Here's the Holy Grail.
To reliving the rich history of baseball through his library of memorabilia in Bluffton.
There's Satchel Pages in here, all the greats.
It was here, Comiskey Park in Southside Chicago, where Glenn fell in love with the sport.
And when you walked in there, the grass was so green.
And came face to face with his idol.
6 feet away from Ted Williams when he was on the on-deck circle, and he turned around and he winked at me.
From there, he was hooked.
Derek Jeter's high school card in Kalamazoo.
Decades of card collecting and rubbing shoulders with sports greats followed.
It reminds me of my youth, and that's what collecting is all about.
Yet one player dominates the scene.
There's a lot of Bob Feller.
Glenn cold called the legendary pitcher and asked him to sign memorabilia at his store back in the 90s.
And he says, get me an airline ticket and I'll be there.
And just like that, the Hall of Famer
Look at that.
Was in the Low Country.
When I went to shake hands with him, I could not believe it. His hands were twice the size of mine.
A guy that seemed larger than life to Glenn growing up quickly became a pen pal.
And I hope you and your teddy bears are doing very well. Sincerely, Bob. Yeah, isn't that nice?
That's awesome.
We treasure that.
And you can guess it's not for sale. But it sure makes for a good story.
People come in and they want to reminisce. They enjoy hearing something they've never heard before.
At 88 years old, Glenn seems to have all his bases covered.
No matter where you're from, I have a story.
And a piece of baseball folklore to back it up.
Babe Ruth is in there.
The current situation may take away some of our freedoms. But for collectors like Glenn, he'll always have this room of memories.